If your goal is to get good at talking to sellers and making offers on the phone, you're gonna love this compilation video of like 14 or 15 calls I did. Get ready to watch me make offers on the phone live for an hour and a half straight, coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Quickstart Kit with everything you need to flip your first house in 30 days or less. Download it now at myquickstartkit.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton. I went from dead broke to millionaire flipping houses, and after doing 1,000 deals, I created this channel to help you master the art of wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. A few months ago, I released a video with an hour of back-to-back calls of me making offers live on the phone, and to my surprise, it got a ton of views, and you, my viewers, loved watching that video. I received comments like, I listened to the whole thing. Yes, please make more of these videos. It's helpful just to hear how you negotiate. Or this comment, one of the most informative videos for tactics in years. Or this one from Rory Castillo, building confidence to talk on the phones and learning more from you. Or this one from Manhattan, great content, Jerry, fire video. I would have listened to 3 hours of this. Please make more videos like this. So I listened to you, my viewers, and this time put together an hour and a half of making offers on the phones. Some of these calls went great and some not so great. Some turned into accepted contracts and most didn't, but that's the reality of this business. And to help you get good at closing deals on the phones, be sure to get my motivated seller scripts as well as my real estate agent scripts. And I'll give these to you for free. Just go to the description box below this video for the download links. All right, here we go. Get ready for an entire hour and a half of Jerry on the phones. Hey, I'm calling about your listing on Donald in East Point.
Yes.
Do you have a minute?
I do.
Okay, looks like this just came out.
Yep.
Awesome. So what can you tell me about it?
It needs some work. You know, it's got some finished stuff to it, the floor in the bathroom. You know, it's got carpet for the rooms, but not installed, so she has the carpet just in the stairway. Mm-hmm. It needs a good cleaning, but you know, otherwise it's pretty decent shape. Kitchen's in okay shape. Got a decent little backsplash.
Yeah.
You know, it can go many ways. Like I put in the advertisement. I mean, it could go an investor route because the numbers are probably right for that, and it could go a homeowner route.
Gotcha. Is this currently occupied by a homeowner or a tenant?
It's a homeowner. Yeah,
okay, so it's a homeowner deal. Gotcha.
Yeah, very very nice lady that's just relocating to Kentucky due to health concerns in a hospital there. That's going to be able to help her out.
Okay, and no garage?
No garage.
And no basement?
No, it does have a basement.
Does have a basement. Okay.
It's packed wall to wall with stuff, but there's a basement.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So usually if you can have one or the other, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Ideally
exactly,
both.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish it had a garage.
Just a regular shotgun ranch, you know.
Yep.
It got some potential. You know, they started a little bit tough, but it's
yeah.
Twice price where it's at. Yeah.
So I'm unrepresented. I'd let you write the offer for me so you get the commission. Can you do that?
Okay, I can do that. Sure.
Awesome, and I am cash.
Okay.
What do you think I can? I mean, I'd like to go in a little lower. What do you think would get it done? Do you have any idea?
I have a very good idea. Yeah, it's gonna take 60.
Does she have existing debt, or is that just the bottom line? Is it because she has a loan, or that's just their bottom line?
No, there's no loan.
Okay.
But I'll be blunt with you. She's having a heart transplant. And that's why they're moving to Kentucky, because that's a hospital that's going to be able to do the heart transplant. She's got a daughter with a kid that lives in the basement. Right, it's wall to wall stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all going to relocate to Kentucky.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much, you know, the dollar amount. I mean, maybe 55, but you know, one day on the market, which is all it is. It's pretty tough to recommend the client in this market 10 grand below asking one day on the market.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well,
you know,
so here's kind of the situation. See if we can work this way. I've been getting beat out a lot because, you know, if you let the thing sit, then you're going to get 20 showings and all of that. I mean, if we went in hot and heavy, if we went in hot and heavy cash, do you think you could get DocuSign over to me, we sign, we get it in front of her, we try to get it locked up like in the next little while?
I 100% operate that way.
Okay.
If it's a solid offer, I tell my clients, if it's a solid offer in front of us right now and it's numbers that we've discussed in a listing agreement and listing appointment, we lock it up.
Yeah.
We don't play games, and you don't run the risk of losing, particularly a cash buyer.
Yeah.
In this house, I put FHA on there, but FHA is going to take some repairs.
And she's gonna have to have showings like crazy. I mean, we can lock it. So what I'd like to do is get it locked up cash right now, and then I still would need like an inspection, and I'll just send my guy over.
Yeah.
Next couple days or whatever, and we're fine. Yeah, if we can do that, that'd be great. I mean, I'd go in at, so if you could do 60 cash, how soon do they want to close? Do they need some time, or what's the deal there?
Yeah, they would prefer to have 30 days.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you be willing to give them 30 days for free?
You mean 30 days past closing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I did that one other time, and then I couldn't get them out, and it was a real hassle.
Oh, we're gonna get them out. Yeah, that's whether it's free or not. Getting them out is that's.
I mean, if they gave me a little better deal off of 60, I probably would. I mean, I don't know if that's how important.
I think I have it written in there 30 days at $25 per day. That's what I have in the listing agreement.
$25 a day is what they would pay for the next 30 days?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And how I have my contracts written up is we would keep 1.5 times that in escrow. So what, $750?
Oh, when we close. Okay, perfect. Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
So she doesn't get it till she leaves.
The title company holds on to that money, and then if they leave in 10 days, you get your 10 days, they get the rest of their money, and then everybody moves forward.
So what's the issue? They want 60 days from now, or is it 30 days to close?
No, they want 30 days after close.
But when can we close?
Which in your case, if it's a cash deal, you probably could close pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know if escrow's open, but call it 2 weeks. So if we closed we closed in 2 weeks, give her 30 days. So I'm really looking at 45 days from now.
Correct.
Okay. I think I would do that. I think that'd be fine if you had those terms in there. I just want to entice them to not stick around.
Yeah, I don't know. Their motivation is to find another place. They've been circling down there pretty good. So
yeah,
and they're not. I could tell they're not fast movers. The mom's had a heart transplant. So obviously she's, the daughter's a basement dweller.
Yeah.
So that part would be a little bit of a challenge, but I get them going. I haven't had one yet where I've had to deal with some sort of squatter situation for sure.
Okay, I had that.
They want their money.
I had that once, and it was a disaster. So,
yeah,
but I didn't structure things right either. Like you gotta have it motivate. Now hold money back and stuff, and then that tends to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely has some motivation. So we would say 60,000, a 2-week close, and then 30-day occupancy at $25 per day. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And you hold back time and a half out of proceeds at closing.
Yeah, it says that. Everybody says it right.
Okay. Can I get your email? What I'll do is I'll email you right now like an offer sheet, which has the name, address, contingency, all that stuff.
Proof of funds is going to be one of the biggest things I need too. So
just a snapshot of a bank statement, fine?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I'll send you that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then my email address is, are you looking at anything with my name on it or no? Because it's my full name, so it's davidvanittersum@gmail.com.
Okay, let me see. Okay, the whole, David or Dave? David, so it's that whole thing, David Van Ittersum at what?
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay, we can figure that out.
Yep.
So, but
no spaces, no capital letters, just David Van Ittersum.
And can you tell her, hey, this offer's good till, I don't know, 5 o'clock or something? I just want to get her to sign it and not wait for show. We just missed one. I'm so mad because the seller said, let's wait a couple days, and then of course there were way more. There were a bunch more offers, and we missed it.
Yeah, and I'm very familiar with that.
Okay.
both with my investor clients, and I flip houses, so I'm, you know.
You know how it goes. Yeah. You got to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that. I get it written up and present it to them. They sign it, DocuSign too.
Perfect.
So,
yeah.
You know, it's just one person that has to sign it. And we talked, you know, we kind of talked that dollar. So I mean,
you're right there. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, we got $60,000 cash and no appraisal, no FHA inspection, none of that.
None of that. Yeah.
You know, that's a huge offer.
Right. Yeah. No loans to worry about.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get it done then, David.
Send me the stuff, including your email address and the legal name that you want it under, and I can drop the effective bank paperwork and send it right to you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Look for it in about 5 minutes.
All right.
Okay. Appreciate you. Bye.
All right.
Yeah. Hello. Is this Bob?
Yes.
Hi. How you doing? I'm calling about your listing on Ridge.
East Ridge. Okay.
Yeah. East Ridge. Yeah. Is that property still available?
We got 5 bids on it. We got cut off at 12 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You interested in it?
Yeah, I'm an investor interested in making a cash offer.
You wouldn't be interested in it. It's not going to go to an investor. You wouldn't pay $235 for it.
No. Is that where it's at?
I can't say that, but an investor's not going to buy it. Trust me.
But you do have retail buyers interested.
Oh yeah. I got owner occupants and I've got investors, and so. But I'm trying to be honest with these people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You wouldn't have an interest in it. You couldn't make any money on it.
Well, not at $235.
No, it's going to go probably above asking price.
Yeah, but it's not going to go retail. I mean it.
That's. Trust me, you're not interested in it. I'm trying to be smart. I own 100 properties in the area, and an investor's not going to pay $235 for it.
Right. What do you think it'll sell for fixed up? Just curious.
The neighborhood value tops out about $280 to $290.
Okay.
You can't pay $235 and spend $45 on it and make any money. If you could, I would buy it, but I'm going to retail it to a first-time buyer.
But how are they going to pass an FHA inspection on this thing?
Oh, they're not. Parents are going to finance it.
Okay, conventional.
Yeah. Look, I shoot straight. Just trust me.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to waste your time.
No, I got you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm late to the party too because it's been sitting here for 6 days getting all the.
That doesn't really matter. I'm trying to be honest with all the owners and investors because I just don't want to waste your time. So.
Yeah.
You can call me back in a week and see if it's still there, but I think it'll be sold by Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. So I'm unrepresented, and the way I would like to work would be I let you write the offer for me. Are you able to do dual agency? Maybe not on this one, but on other ones? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't do any investment sales. I got too many buyers. The investor can't compete with the first-time buyer.
Well,
90% of my sales are 400,000 below, and they go within 10 days. I mean,
yeah.
The investor doesn't. It's not part of my market.
Yeah, I mean, unless
there's nothing out there that investors can buy right now in my market. I mean,
yeah.
But I'm not in that market. I mean, I sell first-time and second-time purchasers, and
gotcha.
I did my first third generation this past week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I buy a lot of cash-only houses.
Yeah, how many have you bought in Nashville?
Not very many in Nashville.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
I'm 65.
I started buying houses in my 20s. I've got 110 houses in about 15 zip code areas. But all the houses I own, I don't buy to flip, but
yeah, you hold them.
I've only sold 2 in 35 years, but these are houses that I paid $80,000 and $90,000 for 15 years ago.
Yeah, different times.
I've got 15 in that neighborhood where East Ridge is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, the investor market, you really can't compete in the south end of the county for the investor market. You live in Nashville?
No, I'm out west, but I like Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's a great market, but it's out of control right now. I mean, I am not kidding you. Houses have gone up $40,000 since March of this year.
I know. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it everywhere. Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. I put 7 on the market 12 days ago and 5 already under contract.
Yeah, my rehabs, I put them out and I get full price offers or over asking price offers because they're rehabbed.
The problem with East Ridge, it's still there's not any value to go up. It's going to be tough to go 300,000 in that little pocket right there.
Yeah, I was thinking I could get 300 if I did new kitchen, new everything.
I don't know. It's a tough market over there.
Yeah, but I like the rehabs they do over there. They're really light. You know, they don't do new kitchens. They just kind of do carpet and paint. And you're right. I mean, I'm getting 285 on a light rehab kind of number.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you go in there and you spend 40, I was going to spend 30, but I was going to try to be more like around 190, 200 on an offer.
Yeah. I've got 3 offers from investors that are 220 or above. So
what are they thinking?
And I don't see how those numbers are going to work.
No.
They've got contingencies in there on inspection, but they try to beat you up on the inspection. But I think it'll end up going to a young couple buying their first house with parent support.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have to be that way because I don't see how you're going to get a mortgage on this house. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures. How is this thing going to pass a mortgage inspection?
How'd you like my trash pictures?
I'll tell you, I've looked at a gazillion houses in my life, and I don't know that I've seen one like this. Is this a tenant?
A friend of mine that's a very successful realtor in Nashville, he sent it out to about 50 realtors and said, I want to introduce you to Bobby Hyde Stager. I could hardly wait to get that on video and pictures last Friday. I thought it was great.
Yeah, this is staging for a cash buyer, not a retail buyer. Why are we not having a conversation here?
Because there's too many couples trying to get in their first house under 250.
And they don't care about your staging, huh?
No, they don't care about that. This is a brick house on a 3/4 acre lot.
I know, big lot.
Blue-collar neighborhood, settled neighborhood, but an investor can't. I don't think you get 300 with renovations to it.
Okay.
But I will tell you this: I've got all the trash gone.
And you don't want to update your pictures, huh?
No, I'm not going to change my pictures out. I like the trash in the front yard and the backyard. And I had a dumpster delivered Saturday. We took pictures Friday. I had a dumpster delivered Saturday, and I had 3 guys over there for 2 days.
How many dumpsters?
Everything's off the property and everything's out of the property, but I'm not going to swap pictures out.
How many dumpsters did it take?
Well, I got a 30-yard dumpster, and then it took about 4 truckloads after that. We didn't get a second dumpster.
Oh, okay. I thought for sure you'd have more than that.
Well, some of the crew that I used, they broke down a lot of the furniture.
Okay.
And I said, don't put the big bulky pieces in the dumpster. We'll use a truck for that.
Gotcha.
And that's what they did.
Yeah.
So anyway, they bagged up, but they filled that dumpster up by 12 o'clock on Sunday. They started by 10 o'clock Saturday morning and quit about 6 and came back Sunday morning. But all the trash is gone.
Gotcha. Well, hey, if you save it,
something that might be attractive, I'll be glad to call you.
Yeah, let me know because I'll let you write it for me.
Sure, no problem at all.
All right, thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, bye-bye.
See ya.
Hello?
Yes, hi, is this Sarah?
Speaking.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm calling about your property that you have listed on Saratoga in Troy.
Yes. Are you an agent or a member of the public?
Well, I'm both. I'm licensed and I'm an investor.
Oh, okay then. Great. Well,
Yep.
How can I help you?
Well, I've got my investor hat on, not my agent hat.
Okay, sure.
So I'm interested in this property as a flip. So, buy it, renovate it, resell it.
Yes.
And I'd like to submit a cash offer through you so you could represent me. I'm not interested in the commission, rather the property. So I'd let you write the offer for me if you're up for that. And then you could get that side of the commission as well.
You know what? And obviously being a licensed owner, we would need to get permission from our seller as to whether or not they were allowing us to do, they were on board with that. It was one of the questions that came up actually as we were signing listing documents. The thing is we explained that because of the number of agents that will see it, the chances of us writing it up were probably fairly slim, but we would talk about it more in depth when, if that situation arose.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that they were like, no, would not want to do that. It was just like, okay, well, let's talk about the implications if it comes up.
Sure. Okay. So you'd have to check with them and see if they were okay with that.
I think we would do. I mean, the other beauty of it, though, is that we're a team of 3. So it's Jackie and myself as the lister, and I'm actually the co-lister. That still leaves Julie, who is not actually connected and listed as an agent.
Well, why don't you have her submit the offer?
That is almost what I'm thinking. Maybe the way to go. But
that way we keep it all in the family.
Okay, all right. That sounds good. But tell me a little bit more about kind of you'd mentioned that it was cash, and I do have to say, in many respects, I do feel like if this would be an ideal candidate, the seller was the original.
Yeah, I read that.
And we have a file with the permit. The permits that were pulled for building and absolutely everything, all the records dating back to it. So they've maintained it well, but it has not been updated at all. Yeah,
I'm actually doing a rehab right now in Troy on a very similar type of property. Original owner, almost like the exact same condition. Over on Brent, it's a condo on Brentwood. I don't know if you know over there, but close by there.
Yes, I know exactly where those condos are. Yep.
Yeah. I picked up a nice little condo there, and we're updating it right now. We're almost done. It'll be back on the market. So anyway, this is what I do. I've been doing it full time for a long time. So, I am cash. I can close quickly. I do need to be, a little bit under your asking price right now. What's the story here? Do you know, are the sellers motivated? Is a cash offer really attractive to them right now? What's their story?
Well, we felt like we had we'd put a value on it that really should not cause us any issues with appraisal, to be honest with you. So, a cash offer is obviously always simpler.
Yeah.
I do feel like dollar value is going to be something that's important to them, though, because, they're aging out of this property, and it's not like a young family that's got time to a long runway of investment time left on property ownership. So
I see.
I mean, this is you'll see from public records, she owns it outright, and this is her nest egg to help look after.
And it's vacant, right? It's vacant. They moved out.
It is indeed vacant.
Yeah.
Yes. So obviously very, very easy to show. Have you actually been through the property yet?
No, but I don't need to. I mean, it's like cookie cutter what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I know exactly what I need to do and what it costs, and yeah. I mean, I could do this one with my eyes closed.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then is the I mean, you asked me if there was anything that was important, and I think honestly, dollar value is something that would be important.
When would they want to close?
I mean, they can be flexible. We in our company we have our own title company, so or we have an affiliated title company. So they always start work right as we go to list it. So there is a trust involved. So you mean
okay? I ask because okay. The only reason why I ask is I can do a fast closing. We can push it out 30 days. Whatever needs to happen, I can meet that. I can show you proof of funds. I can, I guess, yeah. And as you know, the benefits are no inspections, no mortgage, no FHA buyer trying to pass an inspection on an older home, no asking for repairs, everything as is.
Right.
Yeah. But,
and that was going to be one of my questions is, would you still want to do an inspection on it?
You know, maybe a couple days just to send my guy over there to walk it. But, you know, that's, I don't really need to know much. Just to make sure there's nothing weird going on. But yeah, that, you know, so we could do a couple days inspection is all, you know, I can put down a decent earnest money, whatever that needs to be attractive to the sellers. But I do need to be, like, for this to work for me. Well, let me ask you this. What do you think it'll sell for once fixed up? Do you have an idea on the back end number?
Well, I know that when we were looking at other recent sales, and Jackie's got the full files, as I say, she's the main lister, but there are homes in that neighborhood that weren't even like fully updated with everything, and they were like in the higher 270s, 280s. So
so I've seen there's a couple 280s, there's two 290s, but they are a little different. They have a little more elevation. They've got, you know, a bump out garage and more brick. The ones that are like identical, there's two that are pretty much carbon copies of this house.
Right.
And there's one at 270 that I went off of. I actually bumped it a little higher. There's one at 254, one at 269. I think if I went in and did my thing, I could get 275 on a back end.
I would have thought so, especially with inventory being as tight
low inventory.
As it is.
Right, there's nothing really for sale. So, but, you know, for me to go in and do the rehab and factor in closing costs, carrying costs, you know, make a little money, I do need to be around 200,000 on my buy.
Okay, right. Okay.
And what we could do, what I would suggest, if you're okay with this, is, I don't want to waste anybody's time, but if you would call up the sellers and just say, hey, got a cash investor, they're strong, they can show proof of funds, big earnest money, close quickly, you know, but they want to be at 200. Is that something you want to entertain and just see what if they respond favorably, then we could get it written up.
Absolutely. I appreciate you know, being so open and about it, because I feel like, you know, with it being so new to the market, they may not be ready to say yes right now. But and I'm so sorry. I've got your telephone number, but I missed your name.
Oh, Jerry.
Jerry. Okay. And last name?
Norton.
Norton. Jerry Norton. Okay. All right then. Well, look, Jerry, let me see if we may not even be able to get hold of them this evening, because as I say, she's a little more senior. But I'm going to be in touch with Julie and Jackie right now, and see, you know, at least present that. So we've got 200,000 cash, perhaps like a 3-day building inspection. Yeah,
3 days fine. Close in whenever you're ready. Whenever title's ready, you can close. Yep.
Close whenever ready, and you can give proof of funds, and you are open to an earnest money deposit that would make them happy.
Yeah, whatever they want to see.
Okay, all right then, and proof of funds, because I know they'll want proof of funds. All right, great. Let me get to work on this, Jerry, and then I can always kind of just text you and update you. Obviously, if we've got any major news, I'll call you. But please don't be disappointed. I suspect it'll be tomorrow. Yeah,
the only thing is you know, I've been beat out a lot on deals just by time. So what I mean by that is, couple days go by, next thing you know, there's retail offers in there, and I kind of missed the window. So any urgency you can put on it would be fantastic.
I will absolutely do that. Okay. No, I understand your point of view as well. Okay.
Awesome.
All right then.
Thank you so much. Yep. Thanks, Sarah. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Kim. Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
You too. All right. Bye.
Good. Yeah, so I'm Marcel's business partner, actually the finance partner. And so I'd be using my funds to do the purchase on your property.
Okay.
And so I believe we've got everything in place. And, you know, I was working with Marcel, looking over the deal and really looking over like the neighborhood and values and the amount of work there. I've actually done, I think Marcel probably told you, but you know, our intent would be to buy the property, do repairs and renovations, and then relist it and flip it.
Okay.
That's what we do, flip houses, and which is, so we would buy it, you would get paid out in full, then we would go ahead and put some money into that property and then, try to flip it. So,
Okay.
but as I've taken a really hard look at the property, and like the biggest thing would be, well, if we put money into fixing it up, with a brand new kitchen, new flooring, new, probably exterior work, roof, and all the different things that go into bathrooms, all the different work that goes into doing a renovation, in order to kind of hit that retail number that buyers want out there for like a, like a like new home, it's gonna be a pretty extensive renovation just because of those older homes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So anyway,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, he did gave me figures. He did do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's your intent? Where do you plan on going when you sell the property?
Probably Delaware County.
Okay, so you're gonna move out of town.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Do you have a place lined up already?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm actually looking for something. I've been looking, but I'm looking for something. Maybe more so cosmetic work than anything. I mean, I've saw some properties, but just looking for something that I can kind of like buy straight out, and then I can like fix it up or whatever.
Okay, so you're hoping to take the proceeds from the sale. Mm-hmm. You owe a little bit on the house, Marcel was telling me, but take the proceeds after that gets paid off, and then be able to purchase something outright.
Yeah.
What you're hoping. Gotcha. Yeah, well, that'd be great. I mean, it's nice not to have a mortgage, right?
Oh, yeah. You're right about that.
Can't beat that. Well, good. Well, yeah, that's, we hope that all works out for you and you find the perfect thing. The challenges that I'm having is the numbers are a little tight on this. And so, I want to go forward with it. I want to close on time and pay cash and get you paid out, do it as is, so you don't have to do anything to the property and all of that. But it's just a little bit too, the price right now that we have with you with Marcel is just a little bit too much for what I can do. So, I mean, I just want to be totally transparent and honest with you about that and kind of where we're at. That way, if you decide to go a different direction, we totally understand. If you still want to go forward with us, then we'd love to do that. But we do need to be down a little bit from where we're currently at.
Okay.
And that's just because of the extent of the repairs.
Yeah, I understand. Now I just wanted to hear from you. What is the offer? The final offer that you said you'll?
Yeah, the number that would work that I could, commit to firm closing and just feel really confident about is $120,000.
Okay. Now closing fee. Who would have to do all that? The closing fee and all that stuff.
Marcel, do you know how you have that in the contract? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yes. So as I explained, we would cover the closing costs and the other fees, like right after you collect the check.
Yeah. So the way it'll work, Kim, is at the closing, the title company will prepare everything, but there'll be a closing statement. On that closing statement, they'll pay off the lien you have with the mortgage.
Okay.
If there's any other liens or back taxes or anything like that, like let's say, you owe the IRS $5,000, anything like that, they'll pay as well. But then the title fee that the title company charges, title insurance, recording fees, all of the fees to close, we'll pay those.
Now, wait a minute, I just want to make sure I'm clear. I get that, but so far as the lien, I would have to pay that off, deducted from what I'm getting, you saying?
Yeah, so what was it, $37,000 or something like that?
Like
33, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so they would take the 120, they would subtract that off of it. And then as long as everything else, there's no other issues or any other things that are on title, like, are you current on your like property taxes?
Yes, I'm current on all that. Yep.
So yeah, there won't be much else after that. Pretty much just that gets paid off. And so then the balance would be cash to you at the closing.
Now, I hear you say you want to hurry up and close the deal. Like, do I have at least, how long do I have before I make up my mind?
Well, I mean, you do need to decide so we can amend the contract and schedule the closing because we have to get everything ready with the title company. So if we want to still close on time, I think it was, about 30 days out, a little less right now.
Okay.
Then we'll need to just redo the contract and then everything else we'll keep moving forward with, and then, then that's all.
Okay. What I'll do is I'm just sitting here trying to do two things at one time. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'll give him a call like really, really soon. Just to know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And what is it that you're considering?
Because I did have other people that's interested. So let me just talk to some couple of people, and then I'll get back to him, and I'll make a decision. I'll make my final decision.
Okay, so you're gonna call the other investors and see where they're at, and then decide from there.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I will tell you that I've been doing this full time for about 16 years. Mm-hmm. I've got the funds sitting in an account ready to close. A lot of other people you're talking to are going to have to go raise money, which means you may get all the way down to the closing and then they don't have the money and they back out and here you are ready to move and all of that. So, just...
and you said the max you can do is 120?
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So, but we do need to know because we do have a lot of opportunities and a lot of deals, going on. So, I mean, would you be able to let us know by the end of the day?
I can see if I can do that. No problem.
Yeah, that'd be great because then we can continue, planning things on our end. You're living in the home, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And and so far as that, how long would I, have until I can get out of there?
Well, how long do you want? I mean, we want to make it, our goal is to make it as convenient for you as possible. So we can close fast or we can push it out a little bit. I mean, we just want to make sure that...
at least 30 days so I can make sure everything is good. And,
yeah.
I mean, it may not take that long, but just to make sure.
Yeah, so what we could do is we could schedule it out for 30 days. Right now I think the contract is the 26th of November, which is not 30 days, but we could push it out to, December 3rd or 4th or whatever. That'd give you, a full 30 days. Okay. But we want to make sure that it gives you enough time to prepare to move and, get everything lined up on your end.
Okay. Well, I will definitely give it some thought, and I will call him back by the end of the day.
Yeah, and if you want to, can I throw out an idea? So this is something that, can I present an idea to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is something that I'll do quite often when we buy a house and the seller is living in the house, like your situation. We could actually close sooner and then work out a deal with you where you actually rent back the property for a little bit. And what that does is it allows you to get the money from the closing in your pocket, stay in the property for a little bit. That way you've got a little bit of breathing room and some cash to get your move planned.
Now, can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
I didn't quite get that.
Yeah, so for example, let's say that you agree to 120. And let's just hypothetically, let's say that we close in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So in 2 weeks, you get whatever that is, $90,000 or whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. You've got the $90,000 in your pocket. We then let you stay in the house for, let's just say, another 2 weeks.
Okay.
Now, you're still there for 30 days, but you got your $90,000 in 2 weeks. We own the property, and so then you just rent it back from us for a couple weeks. But that gives you your cash, and it gives you a little time to, move and get everything organized on your end.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you now. Okay.
Yeah. And I do that all the time as a service to help you on your end. Because you're going to have expenses, right? You're going to have maybe a moving truck, and I don't know if you're going to hire a packing service, and then if you find another place, you'll probably put some money down on it. So you're going to need some money. And what this does is it allows you to get money out of the sale and stay in the property to give you a little bit of time to get all that stuff organized. Now, not many people will do that, but I do that as a way to really help you with this next phase in your life,
Okay, I'll consider all that. Thank you.
Yeah, keep that in mind when you're, considering other offers and stuff.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, so just to confirm, you're going to get back with Marcel about amending our contract to $120,000 by the end of the day. And you'll also let us know if doing some kind of a rent back situation would be preferable.
Okay.
And think about those days and stuff, like when you'd want to do that and so on.
No problem. I will. Thank you.
Okay? Great. Well, looking forward to things. And hey, no matter what happens, Kim, we wish you the best of luck with this next phase in your life. And we hope that you accomplish all the goals that you have for yourself.
Yes. Thank you.
And, have a good Christmas and New Year, and just wish you the best. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks, Marcel. Talk to you guys. Bye. Yeah. Hey, Scott. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
You got a minute? Let's talk about your deal here. What can you tell me about it?
This house was built back in '95.
Okay.
Davis Driver sold it from Woodbridge, Connecticut.
It was a second home or primary?
Yeah, they bought it as a winter home since '95.
I mean, it looks clean, well taken care of.
It's been pretty well maintained. He's up in his early 90s now, and he can barely get around. What they want to do, Jerry, is one of two things. Either have a long escrow and close in May, or they would close right away and lease the home back till May. They don't want to have to move or go back to Connecticut between now and then.
They want one more winter season.
Yeah, they do. I signed a listing contract with them for $2,199,000, but I know that they will sell it to the right party for $1,900,000. It's worth every bit of that, Jerry. Wait till you see the view and the setting on this property. I mean, I think it's the finest that Desert Mountain has to offer, because you're looking at views of water, golf course, sunsets year-round, city lights, and mountain views. We call it the Big Five at Desert Mountain.
You got all of the Big Five.
We got the Big Five. And there aren't that many properties that have that. This house is sold next door for $5.3. The view is not as good from that lot as it is from the Shelson's lot. The house, it's got a good floor plan. It's well built. It just needs updated finishes. If you did to that house what you did to that Cochise Ridge, it's a $4 million home. Honestly, it really is.
What's the square footage?
It's 6,400 and some odd square feet.
Okay, so it's one of the big ones out there, 6,400. Yeah, we spent about, I want to say, $225.
If you spent $350 on this house, you guys could make yourselves $1 million.
Yeah.
All you got to do is update the finishes.
You think this will get $4 million if it was updated?
I do. Absolutely, I do. And it's a very unique location. People want to be on big lots close to the main gate, not way up in Saguaro Forest. They want to sell this without a bunch of realtors coming through the house, dragging their clients, They want to do it on the QT, so we vowed not to put it in unless we absolutely have to. And I don't
What's your time frame? When are you going to list if you don't find somebody?
I'm going to exhaust my efforts on people that I think would be interested in this property in order to save him some commission dollars. You know, we won't do it for at least 60 days. And I told Stan, I said, this is so unique, I'll find a buyer for this.
So let me ask you a question here. So let's say we did a deal, we did either a sellback or an extended closing, either one of those situations. Let's say we did that, which probably for me would be better to just, I'm just thinking out loud, do an extended closing versus buy it, have the capital out, and then just like waiting, you know?
Right,
so,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, but where are they at financially? Would they consider a carry?
I don't think so, Jerry. I think he'd just rather do a closing at the end of season rather than do an owner carry.
Okay.
And that would give that'd give you time to do all your planning and.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just thinking of.
You could do renderings and you could pre-offer it. You know.
We could do some creative stuff because we got time, and I could get everything kind of like, you know, hit the ground running. A lot of times on these big projects like this, we're figuring stuff out as we go because it just, you don't have time to get things figured out ahead of time, right? Because a 30-day closing doesn't always work for that. But I just mean, like, you know, what if I put something pretty substantial down? He carried it for me. Obviously, any dime I put in would be equity for him. You know, it'd be a pretty safe deal. And then if he did like a 1-year carry, you know, I make a payment, it'd be worth suggesting maybe.
I mean, I can do that. Stan's a businessman.
Does he carry in a loan on it at all? Do you know?
No. He's owned it free and clear for years. Yeah. Yeah,
so it could be he gets his number, he gets a substantial down payment, he'll have a $4 million home with leaned up properly, first position, you know what I mean? Like we'd do everything right.
You could put a letter of interest or a letter of intent together on what you do.
Okay.
And I can present it to him. And we can go over that. You know, I think you could be in and out of this deal by Christmas next year.
If we got in there in May?
If you got in there in May and did it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially if I've got time to plan it. If we could get it back on market by, you know, September, October, we'd hit the right time.
Right. Just work on it through the summer months and get it back on the market, going back in season, which is like right now, a year from now.
Yeah, we were a little late on ours, and we sold it pretty quick, like right through the holidays.
I was impressed with the fact that location, the square footage and everything in a semi-custom community, that you guys were able to pull that off and what was it, $1,110,000, I think?
Yeah, $1,000,001 something, yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah.
I said that they did it right.
It just takes one buyer. What did you do with yours right down the street?
We sold it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he pretty much gave it away for like $618,000. I think is what
where was I? Wasn't I around there?
I think you were there. Yeah.
Why didn't we do it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know.
I'm really glad you thought of me. I mean, it's been a year and you thought of me to call me on this one, so that's awesome.
When I did, Jerry, because I remember what you did to that home, and I said, if they look at this the same way, they can do one project and make double.
Yeah, because if you've got a 1.9 buy, 350. Now, what's making you feel like 350 just sounds like the right number on the rehab?
I've had a couple people through that are in the business.
Okay.
And they thought they could do everything they needed to do to it for that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing you have to do structurally or engineering-wise. It's a great layout, and it's got a lot of garden areas, you know, where you're looking out.
How big's the lot?
The lot's an acre.
And then what's the total bedrooms and bathrooms? 3
en-suites, 3 full baths, 2 half baths, an office, a sitting room, and the game room.
Okay.
And then, of course, kitchen, breakfast room, formal dining. It's got some really cool things going on.
So if this thing got $4 million divided by 6,400, that puts us at so that's the per foot you're getting, $625?
$640 is what the house next door sold for. $640 a foot, I think it is.
Well, I need to get up there and take a look at this bad boy. Between now and then, I'll spend a little time too looking at some comps and figuring some things out.
Okay.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Okay, you bet.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, hi Brent. How are you? My name's Jerry Norton.
Hey Jerry, how are you?
Good, good. I'm calling about one of your listings. Do you have a minute?
Sure. How can I help you?
Well, so I'm the finance partner looking at a deal that I believe you might still have the under contract with Elijah Hicks on 89th Street.
Do you have a name and address?
Yeah, it's your listing on 89th Street in Evergreen.
That's a dead deal, sir.
Yeah, so is it back available?
No, we actually bank accepted an offer on today's Friday on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
We actually have a signed contract. We'll have a signed contract this afternoon.
Gotcha. Okay. So that fell apart with him. You went back on market and went pending again with a new buyer.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you happy with where it's going? Like, is it gonna?
As far as I know, it should. Well, when we get to a closing table, I'll be happy. It's a cash deal, but we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay, so you got a cash buyer for it, and is it
Yes, sir.
It was a 2-unit, right, where it had a kitchen upstairs?
A single family.
Right, but it was put back to single family because it's got the stairs going up to the back.
It's all single family.
Yeah, but it was used as a 2-unit, wasn't it? I mean, before.
It could have been at one time, but I know what the city's going to require it to be decommissioned out, and it's just as a single family.
Okay, gotcha. And do you get a lot of bank-owned properties?
I do.
Great. How can I get on your list? I'm unrepresented, so I would let you submit the offers for me.
If I give you my email, shoot me your email.
Okay.
With your name, and what I'll do is I'll put you on a list. Not even a list, but the link that updates once a day with my properties.
Great.
So you'll be able to see if something pops through. You'll be able to take a peek at it, and you want to get into it, we'll get you into it.
And are you okay to submit the offers for me as my buyer's agent on your listings?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to create a working relationship with you that way. You get both sides of the commission, we get the deals. That'd work out great for us.
So do you hold or do you flip them?
We're mostly flipping. Yeah, we'll hold, but we primarily look at flipping, and we buy cash. Close quick, But yeah, we'd love to look at your inventory. Do you have a lot in the area right now, or just they come and go?
Come to go. I probably have overall about 50 total properties on the market, of which probably 30 of them are going to be REO properties.
Okay. Is there any way to get an early look at them before you list them, or no?
Sellers won't allow that, unfortunately. No.
Yeah. Okay. Even a heads up so we can get out there, like the minute you list it, get our numbers and our price into you, try to beat all the buyers agents.
Once you're on the link, within a 4-hour period, you'll end up having the property sent to you.
Emailed, or do you go in and just check the link?
Emailed.
Oh, okay. So you'll
get an email letting you know of the update.
Oh.
And the property, and you'll be able to get into it right away.
So as soon as it's active, I'll get an email that tells me that.
You'll get it within 4 hours.
Within 4 hours.
It'll automatically click it on and inform you. Yes,
How do I get it within 4 seconds, not 4 hours?
Within 4 seconds, unfortunately, you can't do the 4-second thing.
4 minutes? I'd settle with 4 minutes.
Do 4 minutes.
Darn it. No worries. Well, that's awesome, though.
Let me give you my email. Right, if you shoot me your name, your company, your email, and your cell, I'll end up putting it into my database. And I'll end up updating you with the property links right away.
Great. Let's do some deals. Hi, Jamie. This is Jerry Norton. How are you?
Hey, Jerry. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you. So I'm Rena's business partner and finance partner, too. And we're looking at this project as an investment, right, as a flip. So what can you tell me about the property?
Yeah. So right now they have that as a firm exclusive listing. So it's not available out on the MLS.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
So the listing agent has signs where he's able to only advertise it within our firm, essentially.
So you're not the listing agent?
I'm not.
But you know about it because it's inside your brokerage?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. So you would be representing us on an offer as a buyer's agent?
Correct.
But it's not on the MLS, it's just an inside deal in the brokerage.
Correct.
Okay, and why are they not wanting to go on market with it yet?
I don't know that he actually has intention to go onto the market. I think what they're going to end up doing is doing like a broker open on Monday here within the office to do kind of like a group setting for us to be able to go and take a look at it. They are going to be working on doing some pictures. I think eventually they're going to go onto the MLS. But right now they're just kind of opening it up to see if maybe they can, find anybody that
find a buyer. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, so we are cash. We buy cash, and as is, of course. So that's the other thing is we normally don't have representation. And what I'd like to do is go directly to listing agents on their own listings with distressed properties like this. So if you ever get a listing, call us about it. I guess if it's not a listing, but call us about it. We're actively buying. We're all cash as is, close quick, all that. And we really like working with agents. So, like you calling us on something like this you get is phenomenal. If we can come in and present a cash offer and pick something up, that's great. There's definitely some flipping going on in the area. They're painting them white and they're redoing the kitchens and flooring. They're cute little rehabs out there. And they're hitting the 300s, but they are like 1,300 and they have like a second bath. That's the disadvantage on this one is it's a little smaller, just the one bath. The number they're looking at right now, is it correct that that's like 210 is where the seller's at?
Correct.
Okay. How firm do you think they are on that? Would they come down a little on that?
You know me, I think that everything's going to be negotiable. I think cash talks, fast close, as is, inspection, that type of thing.
You don't have pictures yet though?
No, I don't have interior pictures, and that's why I wanted to make sure I called because they're going to do something Monday afternoon. If I needed to get in there, go take some of my own pictures, do a FaceTime tour, anything like that, I'm happy to do that. Yeah,
that would be, I've got no problem waiving inspection, and I've got no problem doing, big earnest money. I really like a 30-day close, not that I can't close sooner, but just I like to be able to get my rehab plan figured out prior to closing and be able to get bids and everything kind of lined up. So, the day I close, the dumpster shows up. Is a 30-day close still considered fast for you, or is that too long?
I think that they would be, a 21 to 30 day, I think is still doable. In a cash deal, especially if you're going to end up doing, inspection waiver.
All I would need to kind of waive inspection would be, a good set of pictures showing me that, there's not mold everywhere or the roof falling in or, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's 1,000 square feet. I can rehab this thing in my sleep. I've done 1,000 rehabs that are like this, brick ranches. So
I want to go check out the crawl space on it too.
So I would be fine to waive inspection if you did a little bit of that legwork for me to get in there and just make sure nothing weird's going on. We don't have a obvious foundation problem, and because I'm going to rehab it, so I don't really care what the cabinets look like or anything like that. I just don't want to have wavy floors or I don't know mold or something. If I could get this at 190 cash, we would pull the trigger on that.
Okay. Let me reconfirm with him what time he's going to do this on Monday, and I will pencil that into my schedule and go check it out.
I'd love for you to lock it up before everybody else comes in.
Yeah, I will. I'll check in with Paul and see if there's any way he can get me over there before Monday when he does everybody else. I just don't know what day.
Do you think you could write up and present an offer already and just, and then already see if you could get a contract on it? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, and you just want a walkthrough contingency on it for 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't I do this? Let me give Paul a call, who's the agent.
Okay.
Let me see and feel that out and see if I can get over there for you this afternoon, I'll be happy to do that for you, even if you want to do that without the offer.
Yeah, I just know how something like this goes, and every minute you wait, there's a chance for someone else to come in and present a offer,
But I am straight up told that 210 is his bottom and firm number, and he had entertained some cash offers prior to, thinking about getting back out there again.
What were those coming in at?
Oh my God, you scared the crap out of me.
Raina handed me the phone, sorry.
I'm like, scared the bejesus out of me. It's a much louder voice.
Sorry, yeah,
anyway,
Raina's really soft-spoken.
Yeah, so I know that he had received previously $190K, even with 0 commissions as is, and he didn't take it, is what I'm told.
So other cash buyers were at 190 too?
Previous to him working now. The other thing too is heads up, he would be leaving a bunch of junk in the property essentially. I
don't care about that.
Yeah, I figured with bringing in the dumpster, but
one more dumpster doesn't bother me. Yeah.
So I'm told that 210 is his firm number.
Oh, 210's his number, huh? But he wants a 60-day close?
Wants a 60-day close. He's moving to Boston. He's lived there for forever with his mom. His mom died a few years ago, so he's needing time to get himself together to get to Boston.
So here's the thing. Here's my kind of take on that. I don't know if I can make 210 work. I know I can make 190 work. If I had time, I could really crunch numbers. I could really figure out, where can I save on my rehab, or could I get, what really can I get on the back end for it? If I had a little time to work through all of that, then I might be able to make 210 work. I just don't know without some due diligence time. So I don't know if they'd be open to that. I'm just trying to be straight with you that I could go under contract at 210, spend some real serious time on due diligence, see if I can make that number work. If I can't though, just being straight up with you, I would just have to come back and let you know, hey, I really can't make it work. I tried, but I can't. I don't want to lock something up and then bust it up and have everybody mad. So I'm just telling you that would be how I would approach that. I'm calling about your listing that you have on 162 Old 30.
Yeah, I just sold that actually.
Oh, did you? Great. Well, what's the story on that one?
So basically, I'm just a wholesaler, and I was able to find it. Basically, they were just renovating it and got tired of the contractors and doing everything.
So you picked up the contract and then wholesaled it to a buyer?
That's correct.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, could we get added to your list? We're active investors looking for deals in the area. Love to stay connected with you.
Okay, sounds good. Are you local to the area, or are you?
My partner is, Al. Do you do an email list, or what do you do with your properties?
We'll reach out through a text message or give you a call.
Perfect. Were you able to get what you were hoping for?
Well, yeah, we actually got multiple offers.
Did you?
At that price. One guy, the guy who bought it, he does just continuous wholesale deals in the area. He's a contractor himself. He didn't even ask us about the price. He just,
took it.
On it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid cash and took it for the 50.
Yep.
That's great. So you found it off market and then put it up for sale by owner online?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. Does that work well for you?
Yeah, it works extremely well. I've never had a property that wasn't able to sell online. This guy sold to him for 70-75%, and he just went out there and took a look at it, and he was like, all right, let's go, cash deal. He already had the money in escrow,
like a dream cash buyer.
Right. So what's how long have you been wholesaling for?
Well, we do wholesaling and fix and flip, and even some new construction. Yeah, we've been at it a while, like 15 years. Yeah, so when you do it like that, do you actually close, or do you just get permission to market and sell it when you put it back online?
No, we get permission to pre-market it online. We even get permission, have them sign off on a waiver, saying we can list it on the MLS before we close on it.
Buy owner on Zillow is almost the same thing. People are looking at that as much as they are the MLS.
I know. Even
or more.
It seems like a lot of the agents that call me off of there are just agents that they're.
When you can get a guy talking, get him talking.
Them about, or they're calling the agents that are listening.
Well, good for you, man. That's awesome that you got your number on that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Got that guy, and then there was 2 other people that called us that were real serious, and then everybody else was just trying to finance it or do all kinds of stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't have a garage. It's only a 3-1. I think you're right, though. I think 120, 125 is probably the number once it's put back together. Not, if it's all done nice. So are your buyers? Are they following the standard 70% formula, or are they higher than that?
Selling for 80-85% plus. So if I listed for about 75%,
you get it.
It's usually, Yeah, it's usually not going to take more than 1 or 2 days
To get it.
a serious
Yeah.
buyer. And honestly, Zillow is not like an ideal like situation. We just did it because we didn't have any buyers up there, and we'll sell it for more on Zillow than what we would sell it to. If we called you about it, but honestly, we would just rather call you and just sell it, fast and
Be done with it.
Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have sold it to you for like, 40 grand or whatever, or even less.
Nothing beats having a ready to go cash buyer. Well, hopefully that cash buyer ends up being a repeat buyer for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
How'd you find this one?
This one actually came from a bandit sign. And
Most wholesalers won't just talk to you like this.
I
know. Let's keep asking him his playbook.
So I was like, let's do at least 500 and push them out. And I had them handwrite every single sign that we put out.
Yeah, now they're authentic.
Yeah. So I did, 2 deals off the 500. That was a major thing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Now you're like, how many more signs can I hang?
Yeah,
I want a sign on every telephone pole.
Man, if I can show up and get in front of them, like across their kitchen table, I mean, the closing ratio jumps like
way higher.
100%.
Yeah, way higher. Well, good for you, man. That's great. Well, thanks for taking some time and chatting with me. I'll definitely text you. Let's keep in touch. Hey, Bob, this is Jerry Norton. I'm calling about your brand new listing in Southfield.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, so what can you tell me about this? I'm an investor looking at it as a flip.
Okay.
Just a private seller?
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Is it just a private seller?
It is, yeah. It's a trust, and the guy died, so the family's selling it.
Oh, okay. It's a probate?
No, it's in a trust, so it's no probate involved.
Okay, so they can sell it right away. They don't have to wait.
Correct. It doesn't have to go to court, right?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a cash buyer and can close quickly and buy it as is. Obviously, I'm looking at there's some good comps over there, in Roseland Woods.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would need to be. I don't know when you go active. It says coming soon. What's your plan?
I'm gonna start showing it Saturday.
Oh, on Saturday? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm unrepresented too, so I'd have you write the offer for me. Are you able to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd like to make a cash offer. Kind of my goal would be to, maybe you can present an offer if you want. We can even do a verbal and then see if they bite. If they're interested, we put it in writing and go from there. But, I need to be probably about 130 though to make it work, because they sell for about 185, 190. But they need some work. It needs some work done.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. I mean, depending on what somebody would do it. I mean, some of them even that needed updating were in the 180s.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's some that have like new kitchen. There's one that has like a new kitchen, but they didn't do the bathrooms, which is kind of odd. Mm-hmm. But there's 2 right on Greenwald that sold for 181 and another one for 185. Kind of same exact house.
Yep.
With the attached garage, brick, about the same square footage. So,
yep.
But they're not all the way updated. So yeah, I would probably look at doing, I don't know, I'd have to kind of think it through a little bit. But sometimes spending more money doesn't get you more price.
Right. Exactly.
It's trying to find that happy balance. The guy that wins isn't the one that has the nicest house. It's the guy that makes the most money flipping. Yeah, I've been doing it a long time though, and yeah, I mean this looks like a nice little flip. But yeah, if I could get it at 130, that'd work for me. I don't know if you can. The goal though would be to try to get it locked up before you start having showings, because once you have showings, then I'll get outbid.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The gal that's in charge has a lot of people to answer to, so I don't think there's any way we could get it off the market before we even show it.
Oh, you don't think you could present an all-cash offer, see if they'll take it and just pull it off?
I mean, I would definitely ask them and see what they say.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's go that route, see what they say. I mean, that gives us a few days because it's Wednesday. But, It's really the only way I win right now with on market is I gotta let you write the offer, right? So that's helpful. And then let you push it pretty good to the seller and then try to get the thing locked up before all the buyer's agents come in like vultures.
Right.
You know.
Okay, well, let me, so this is your number here?
Yeah. Yeah, this is...
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Jerry.
Jerry?
Yep.
Okay, and what's your last name, Jerry?
Norton.
Norton? Oh.
Like the Norton antivirus.
Okay. All right. Well, let me talk to the family and see what they have to say, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Just shoot me a text if they're interested at all, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Thanks, Bob. Look forward to hearing back from you. Oh, by the way, I'll let you write on any of your listings. So if you got anything else that looks like investor kind of properties, let me know.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm looking to buy. So
you're looking like all areas?
Yeah, I kind of focus on Oakland and Macomb.
Okay.
I don't do too much Detroit unless it's like a pocket that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
Nothing right now. The way stuff's selling, you don't carry very many listings at any given time.
No. If you're sitting on something, it's probably overpriced because nothing should be nothing's sitting anymore these days.
No, I've been doing this 35 years. I've never been this busy in September in my life.
I know, it's nuts. I don't know how long it'll hold, but man, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Everyone's saying there's a tsunami of foreclosures, but I'm not buying into that. I don't think that's going to happen personally.
I don't either.
It can't happen. There's too much people have equity.
Right.
When you have equity, you're not going to walk.
Right.
And there's no inventory. Interest rates are low. I just don't see it happening.
Neither do I.
I think it's just a bunch of internet hype for people to get excited about. But it's kind of cool because like some of the deals I've been buying are like scared, I call them scared landlords, where they're like, oh, sell now while it's high. And so they're like starting to dump stuff, which is, I don't know, creates an opportunity to pick up their stuff.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I had a rental it's one of my clients. I don't do rentals, but only like if somebody really wants me to. But we had this one we had no problem renting it for the last few years. Nice area of Livonia. It was on the market, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before we got it rented, which I was shocked.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the rental market's way different than it has been.
Well, I'm glad I'm not in the rental market with all the forbearance and everything and the stop eviction stuff. I mean, that would but anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good. Well, let me know what happens on this one. Love to do something.
Okay, yeah, I will check with them and definitely get back with you.
Okay, sounds good, Bob. Thanks for your help. Bye. I mean, let me ask you this. Would you be open to a seller carry with a decent down payment?
Can we go up in price then if I do that? I mean, because you're not going to have to pay hard money. Can I get the money you'd have to pay the hard money lender, or at least some of it?
I guess, what would you need down? What would you want to see as a down payment if you did that?
25 maybe?
Yeah, so if I paid 25 down, you carried the balance. I mean, we would even do like an interest rate, I guess, if you want. That's fine.
I sat on the house for 2 years, so sitting on it for a little longer.
I mean, then
if it helps you and it gets me a little more money, then especially if it doesn't cost you anymore because you don't have to go for a hard money loan.
I probably wouldn't even do hard money, and I would just self-fund the whole thing, like the rehab. Okay. If you were open to waiting for the balance until I flip it, so we'd do a lien and do it all right, you know what I mean? Like it'd be a true seller carry. Every dime I put in is equity, so you're protected, right? You got a lien in place.
Yeah.
I do a $25K down payment.
Yeah, I would need the primary lien.
Yeah, you'd be the first lien holder, exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you waited for the balance until I sell it and we do a payoff, I still got a deal.
Let me just ask you this. Is there any way we could do 95 if I do that?
Well, we're at 75 cash or what with carry?
What do I get for the loan? What would it cost you to get hard money? That'd be like 10,000 for closing, right?
I usually factor in about 6% of ARV. So if I sell this thing for 300,000, yeah, that's about 18 grand total. That's points, interest, everything. So it's probably a $10,000 difference all said and done if I don't do hard money.
Does that include the interest rate that they would charge?
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah. So if we're at 75, it puts us back up at 85.
Okay.
So if you did 85,000 on the price, 25 down puts us at 60. So then there's a loan for 60. Would you be okay to carry that until I sell it?
Yeah. I mean, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. But I would get 85. That helps me out a little bit, you know. I mean, it ties up my money for a little bit, but that's okay. Now, what do you envision the time to sale is?
So what I would put in there is I'd say 12 months or at the sale of the property, whichever shall occur first.
Okay.
So that way, max is 12 months. I got to pay you off at 12 months, even if that means bring in new money because I'm not done, or maybe you and I revisit the loan and do an extension with a fee or something.
Can we do an interest rate of some sort? But it could be variable rate, maybe something that starts off lower and then after a year it goes up a little bit.
Yeah, what did you have in mind?
Well, hard money's 9, so probably do less than that to start. Maybe, I don't know, 6, 5 to start for the first year and go up to 9 for the second year.
I mean, I better not be in this thing more than a year. but yeah.
I mean, it's really just an incentive.
Now, can we defer that so it's just accumulated at payoff?
Well, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Oh, it just means it just accumulates, and then whatever the total accumulated interest is at the time of payoff is in addition to the principal. So for example, let's just say 60,000 at 5% interest only is $3 grand a year. That's $250 a month. I'd hate to have to just make you a payment every month for $250. Why don't we just accumulate it? And then let's say it was 12 months. I'd owe you 60 plus $3 grand in interest at payoff.
Yeah, that's fine. No, we
okay.
can get that. That makes sense. Yeah, 250 doesn't make any sense.
No, like it's like not worth the time for you to cash a check and me to write a check, right?
Let's just get something straight. It's always worth my time to cash a check. I just don't want to deceive you on that one. But yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. No, we can do that. I can do that.
Good. How you doing, Luke?
Oh, all right.
So what's the deal with this house on Grand?
It's one of his rental investors who owns sort of a bunch of properties. He's been selling his rentals off bit by bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not much room on it, but I don't know if we can get close. Hopefully we can get it done and maybe get the guy down a little.
The problem is I think the back end's only like 270 on this thing. No, it's got no garage.
What about that? I mean, it's a corner lot. It's got a pool. I guess garage. Yeah, the garage is definitely kicker.
Garage hurts. I mean, if you really look at this neighborhood over here and you comp, majority of homes have garages. This has no garage. I mean, and it is bigger too. It's like 1,700. Most of the stuff over here is like 12 to 1,400, so it is a little bigger.
I saw that. I mean, I was hoping it could go, closer to 3, but obviously it's hard to say. You know how it is.
So there's just nothing established at that price point. And then, it needs a good 35, 40 grand in rehab.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's hard to get away with anything anymore, right?
Well, I mean, like all the pool equipment needs done, and it's just, kitchen, bath, carpet, paint, flooring, and there you are, 1,700 feet.
No, I know, it goes quick.
Doors, do a couple things, and you're some landscaping, you're at 35, 40. So if I follow because I like to follow the formula, if I follow the 70% formula and I go with a 270 ARV and a 35 to 40 rehab, I really need to be buying at like 150. So,
really?
Yeah, so I think I'm just way off.
Doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we're going to be able to get them down enough. I mean, I'll try again and see, but
yeah, I'm going with 157 a foot. Which I think if I had a garage, I could definitely push that. You're just not going to get 300 over here without a garage, no matter how nice you make it.
All right, well, good chatting. I'll let you know if anything changes. I don't hold your breath on it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely work with it and see if we can, get it down. But
Gotcha. All right. Well, and if you come across anything else hot, let me know.
I'll keep my eyes out too.
All right. We'll talk soon. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hello? Yeah. Hi. Is this Joe?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Joe. My name's Jerry Norton. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. Hey, I'm calling about one of your listings. Berry Street?
Yes.
Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Great. So I'm an investor. I'd like to put an offer in. but I kind of need to be a little bit lower than asking price. Do you know what's going on this one?
What do you mean as far as what's going on? It needs some work. That's bottom line. Work needs to be done in the home. So I don't know if you have an opportunity to want to go see what needs to be done in there before you give your offer. But basically, it's my client is selling it, and it's moving ready, I guess, if you want to do it. But 90% of people will want some work done in there.
Oh, yeah.
Improvements are going to have to be made on it. So.
Yeah, that's what we do. We're looking at it as a flip. So it wouldn't be a hold for a rental. I would look at putting it back up on the market, fixing it up. What are you thinking it needs in work?
Honestly, the bathrooms is going to be a little bit of work. The kitchen is going to be where you're going to be the floors, kitchen.
Floors and kitchen.
Be the areas, where you're going to find the most work.
What about like roof and windows?
The roof so there is one crack window in the front, but beyond that, the windows are all right. The roof is okay.
Okay.
But most is like the basement flooring. The bathrooms were redone when he bought it about 5 years ago, but they haven't been kept that well.
Okay.
So it might not be that much work needed in the bathrooms, but like I said, the main thing is going to be paint, the flooring. The kitchen's going to need some work, and then also the basement area. The flooring, etc. Going to need a little work down there as well.
Gotcha. And this is only 1,100 square feet?
So it's a split level. So when you first walk in, there's a little living area right there. You walk in, the kitchen, then it goes directly stairs downstairs, basement, directly stairs upstairs to where the bedrooms are.
Oh, so it's a tri-level. So you got a couple steps up and then a couple steps down.
So when you walk in the door, it's the main level, but then from there, there's a few steps down to the basement.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm not sure. That square footage, I'm not sure if that square footage includes the basement area. 1,100 square feet.
Seems too small. It's a 4-bedroom. Yeah, it looks bigger.
Yeah. I believe that square footage would not include the basement area.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, looking at it, I'm thinking of the main area and the upstairs bedrooms. They have to be at least 1,000 right there. So like I said, I believe maybe the basement they actually did this supposed to. Because I took the square footage from the previous listing when he purchased it a few years back. So maybe the agent that did what they're supposed to and did not include below ground level in square footage by the right place.
Okay. But that's livable. That's livable square footage, right? Like that's finished space.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
The basement is 100%. Yep.
So we're probably more like 1,500 square feet.
I don't want to be too aggressive on it, but it's possible. You got to take a look for yourself. But I would definitely say it's over 1,000.
Yeah.
1,100 was on the list there.
Yeah, I wonder what that is because that would definitely make a difference in my number because when I go to sell it, if I can sell 1,100 versus 1,500, that's going to change, your price per square foot quite a bit. So anyway, I would definitely look to validate that. But you're asking right now. What was it?
It's at 59 on the market.
59, yeah. Okay, and the way that I work, Joe, is we would let you submit the offer for us, so we're unrepresented.
Gotcha.
And that way you could get the buyer side as well. Is that something you're willing to do?
Yeah. I'm going to invest myself up with the investors.
Okay. So you get it.
But you're all the way. Yep.
Yeah. We're after the property, not the commission, and we'd like to build a long-term relationship with you. That way, when you get stuff like this, you can let us know. We can work with you, try to get deals done, and let you submit the offers for us. So, anytime you get a listing like this, give us a call. We'd love to put an offer in, see if we can get some deals done.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to take your information down and kind of see what age you guys are looking in and what your price points are.
Okay.
When I definitely might have something, I can definitely reach out to you on that.
Yeah. So let's put an offer in. Do you want to, I mean, I really need to be like down a little bit, closer to 40, maybe 45. I know that's a little bit lower than where they're at, but could we get that offer in? Even if you just go to the seller and let them know we're cash, close quickly, as is, all of that. I've been doing this a long time, so if the seller wants to, yeah.
No problem. Yeah, I've been in sales my whole life, man.
Okay.
Initial offers, I understand that. Give me what you have right now. I'll take it to my client. I'll talk to them, and I'll get back to you with his response as soon as I speak to him.
Okay. Let's go in at 40 cash.
Okay.
And then if they're open to doing something, we might be able to do a little better if we could nail down that square footage.
Okay.
So probably what I would do is
just so you know.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. I was going to say, as far as the place is available to go see at Win Havers. I don't know where you guys are located at, but to your own convenience, if you feel it'll work something out as far as numbers, there's no way to hold. It's just going to
Great.
place. So you let me know whenever you have time. I'll give you the lockbox, and then you can go take a look for yourself as far as the square footage.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. We definitely want to do that, but I don't want to. I basically know what it's going to take to fix it. I kind of know all my numbers. So what I'd prefer to do would be, let's get a seller wanting to do a deal, and then, we'll get a few days contingency. We'll get out there. We'll measure it. We'll make sure everything's checking out, and then from there we can go hard and go to a closing. Does that work for you?
All right, sounds good. I will. Yeah, definitely. What kind of closing days? Around how long would you guys want to hold escrow? How many weeks out? A few weeks, or what would you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, typically we just do a 30-day closing. That gives us plenty of time to get our rehab figured out and our funds together and all that kind of stuff. So if we could do a 30-day, a 500 EMD, is that fine?
Yep, that'd be completely fine.
Okay, and then if we could just have a, typically like a 10-day inspection, that gives me plenty of time to just double check all that stuff. If we get it done sooner, we can
go ahead and do the city, because once we get the contract, we have to have the city coming into this as well. Yeah, that 10-day period was plenty of time for our city being as is with still these suburbs. They require the city inspection as well, so that'll give us enough time to get all that done as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, so let's do that.
Awesome. Well, I'll take that verbal offer over my client, and this number right here is the best one to get in touch with you. If I can't get a hold of him by tonight, worst case scenario, I'll be back in touch with you by tomorrow morning. But if I can't get you an answer by tonight, I will.
Okay, and I have my partner normally handles acquisitions, and her name's Rita. Could I have her? Can I give you her number?
Sure. Hold on one second. Let me put you on.
I'll text it to you.
Hold on.
I'll just text it to you.
Oh, that works even better.
Yeah, and if you could do me a favor, do you have pictures by chance?
I do not have any photos.
Oh, okay.
The place is not real well lit, and so anything with this big dark. Those are why I don't have any. So
okay.
I could pass over if I did, I would.
No problem. Yeah, no problem, Joe. Okay, so once we hang up, I'll text you my partner's phone number, and then if you wouldn't mind just responding back to her, I'll let her know that we spoke and everything. And then let us know what the seller says on that offer. If they like it, we can put it in writing and work towards that closing.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. I will be in touch. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Nice job, Rudy.
Joe? Yeah. Yeah. Did he bite on double dip? Oh, yeah. Did you already said? I'll give you the lockbox. You can go check it out. We don't even need an agent to be there. Now, we got a bunch of variables. We have no pictures. We don't know what the square footage is. But so what? Guess what? Once we get a contract, now we can mess around. But I don't want to go out there. I don't want you going out there. Until when? We have a contract.